I never glorified. I just told my truth. People have to understand that I just spoke my truth. And again, I could have put stuff in this book that would put me in prison. I couldn't even, if I really wanted to do a tell-all, I could have really, you all understand what the crack era was in the 80s. We know what it was. Killings, shoot, all kind of crazy stuff that was going on. So the main reason I wrote the book was to help. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you why I really wrote the book, and then it morphed into what it is. I really wrote it for generations of Pegues, for my kids and my grandkids to see what had happened, with my life. And then it just morphed into what it was. I can remember Pat Lynch doing a press conference saying, whoever signs him to a book deal, we're going to shut them down. And Pat with his mouth. I love Pat, disagree with Pat a lot, and talked about Pat all the time. But if I was in a room with Pat, I'm one of the first guys, and he'll tell you when he was running and nobody knew who he was, I was a sergeant telling all the cops in the 8-1, vote this guy. These old guys got to go. You got to vote this guy. But anyway, when he did that press conference, the guys at Simon and Schuster was like, fuck the police. We don't care. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. How dare he say he's going to shut us down? So it just morphed. Eric Garner had just died. It was so much going on. And it was crazy at the time. But again, I just was just telling my truth. Eric, what was the second piece to that? Second piece?
Well, it's exactly that, because you mentioned about telling the truth. And I feel that
yes.
Anyone that tells the truth, Agent Schoolcraft, Tom Donlin, this podcast, journalist, anyone that tells the truth about the NYPD gets attacked. Why does the NYPD fear truth tellers? It's like yourself.
Right. They fear truth tellers. So I don't know exactly, but just my thought process is the NYPD we are cops. We are the creme de la creme of policing. I don't care what nobody says. I've been traveling the world, the country. There's no other police department like the NYPD. I love it. House, 2 cars, white picket fence. Daughter's a sergeant, nephew's a sergeant, numerous friends is in the police department. I will never, the only time I say bad things about the police, when they do something I don't like, I'm calling them out. But they want to be so pristine. Like, it's okay. It's just like, I never understood it. Like if a cop has a controversial shooting or a cop beats somebody up and we actually see it on TV, it's okay for the police to say, hey, we don't like that. We don't condone that. And we're going to fix this. But we constantly say, let's wait for the investigation. Fucking investigation. We're watching it on film, man. Like somebody, it's on film. It's like Rodney King when I was in the academy. And they're like, we got to do an investigation. Why do we got to do an investigation? They don't understand how much inroads they would make in communities if at once in a while they admit it was wrong. George Floyd choked out. We watching him get choked out. Everybody, white, black, Asian, every cop I know in the world was like, yo, that one was really a bad one. If he's choking them for like 30 seconds, fine. But 9 minutes, every cop that I know was like, this guy's overboard. But every police department, FOP, everybody's like, let's wait for the investigation. And that's what really pisses me off. No one wants to say, like, yeah, we cops do bad things once in a while, but the overwhelming majority, 95% of the police officers just going to work every single day. Oh, I can't say those numbers because when I was on the Daily Show with Trevor Noah, I said 10% of police are bad, and then on Twitter, they was killing me, John. Oh, this guy just said 85,000 cops are bad in America. I said, oh God, I can't use percentages no more because they just take the whole number, cut it down, and throw out a tremendous number. But y'all know what I'm talking about. We know when y'all came on the job, when I came on the job, at first day or the first week at the precinct, you already knew John Lewis was a piece of shit. Nobody didn't want to work with him. Nobody didn't want to work with him. We knew who he was. Everybody knew who the bad cop was. But the bad cop always let him do what he wanted to do. and you got a bunch of good cops, and you got this one guy that nobody wanted to work with. I remember being on patrol working with this guy. I'm not going to say his name. I was a rookie, and y'all know how it is. I was a rookie. He was a Greek guy. He goes 114 precinct. He goes, sit in the passenger seat. Don't get on the radio. You're not driving. We're driving down Steinway Street. Just double parked cars in the way. He's like, move the car, move the car. The guy don't move the car. The cop, he slams into the back of the car with the police car. Boom. I'm like, oh shit. He gets out, he drags the guy out the car. I'm standing here saying, this guy's free. But he was roided up, you know, he was a big jack guy, roided up. So I told him, I was like, yo, my stomach hurt. Take me back to the precinct. I went to the precinct. I told him, son, you got to get me away from this nutball. I'm going to lose my job. But they knew he was a nutball, and nobody did it. So what happens is, and what I just believe in the police department, everybody wants it to seem like it's so pristine, but it's not. Yeah, doctors, lawyers, firemen, bad people everywhere, corrections everywhere. We do have some bad cops in America. We see it every day. We just got a cop locked up in Westchester for taking $87,000 from old people just last week. We got cops raping people. We got cops robbing people. And all of these, by the way, had great background checks, but became cops. And then I don't know what the hell happened to them. So as soon as we admit that we do have bad apples, I think we can close the gap between the community and the police.
Yeah, Corey, I think we disagree a little bit on Floyd and Gardner, and that's fine. And maybe
Floyd, John, not Floyd.
Maybe I will talk about. We'll get into it. I think both of our takes are a little bit more nuanced than just he was murdered or not. We'll get into it, but before we do, I just got to ask you, because I've been hearing thug life for 20 years. Thug life. What is the tattoo on your neck say?
My wife's name. It's been there. I don't even know if y'all can see it. It says my wife's name.
Where did this come from that you have Thug Life tattooed on your neck? And
Eric,
why did that stick?
Eric already put that out there. People make things up. I don't know how. The thing with me with the Thug Life, the thing with Thug Life, I would always say, like, so this is my wife's name, right? So that's her name. You can't write Thug Life on top of it and it still be legible. Yo, Eric, I would have to get this laser scanned off of my neck. My 100%. Skin would have to grow back clear. My pigmentation got to be, because it's a tattoo in script, a name in script.
It's become like a myth. It's almost like folklore in the NYPD. I heard the same thing my entire career. I remember I went to the 6-7. Of course, I went to the West Indian Parade every year, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's the CO with the Thug Life tattoo." I swear to God, and I gotta admit, I was a brand new rookie, and I'm looking around trying to see if you have the tattoo.
Right.
I don't see it. Like, oh,
but think about this. You think, in my estimation, the two most successful police commissioners in the history of policing is Ray Kelly and Bratton. I'm a Ray Kelly guy. I come under. You think that Ray Kelly would appoint me as a commander running around the city of New York with Thug Life on my? I remember before I got my command that I'm not going to name people. Two chiefs that y'all know, high level chiefs. One called me 7 o'clock in the morning. Said, "Son, what the fuck is on your neck?" I said, "It's my wife's name, Chief." It's like, "Why are you calling me at 7 o'clock in the morning?" He's like, "They looking to do something really big with you, but the man, he's vetting you. He's vetting you." I said, "Could you please tell the commissioner it's my wife's name. It's not Thug Life." 2 weeks, maybe probably a week or so later, I got the 6-7 precinct. But he's vetting. Oh, he's vetting. One mic, one voice. Remember, you have all these cats and all these people on a microphone. Ray Kelly, Bill Bratton, one mic, one voice. So we know, streamlined, where the message is coming from. Nobody else. You could go to that person. Ain't no child, ain't no borough commander, ain't no detectives. One mic, one voice. They ran the police department. Disagree with some of the stuff they did, but as far as professionalism, he would never allow me to go outside with no damn Thug Life on my freaking neck. It's funny because I would see cops like talking to me and they looking at my neck, and some of them I would be like, "Oh, you trying to see the tattoo? That's what you want to see?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, it's a tattoo."
Yeah, I just don't get it, dude. I know, because honestly, I don't really give a shit if you did have thug life on your neck.
Well, I do. I wouldn't want a police commander running around with thug life on
but
their
like,
neck.
how does that fit in? How does that fit in when, you know, I constantly hear everybody saying, "Oh, we want cops from the community. We want cops to police the community. We want cops." Like, okay, you were a dumb kid like the rest of us were before you became a cop. You got a stupid tattoo. Okay, I could tell you about 1,000 cops that have stupid tattoos. Probably more.
Yes,
I got
me
a few
too.
myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, I'm like, I don't know, you know, I get the look of it is bad, but I just, you know, at the same time, I'm like, people are human, man. Like, people make mistakes. People have different opinions, you know, and we always sit
John,
there
it just
say,
took
we're
off.
a family. We're a family, but obviously you're not part. We're not part of the family. You're not part of the family. And it's like, why not? You served over 20 years in the police department. You rose to the rank of deputy inspector. Why are you not part of the family? Because you came from a different background, because you got different point of views, because we disagree on topics, because you got a fucking tattoo. Like, I don't get it, you know? And by the way, just so everybody knows, there's about 12,000 people on here already this morning. So much for all the people that weren't going to tune in this morning. You know?
Yeah, but John, it just took off, man. I don't know. I don't remember what rank, Eric, I was, but like somebody told me you got thug life on you. It's funny. God bless you. That one of my guys was Esposito. Esposito was my guy. My guy took me around, made sure that I was good. And Espo would be like, "Corey, you know how Espo was, Corey, you really have thug life on your neck?" I said, "Boss, you know, I don't have fucking thug life on that. You've known me since I was a sergeant. I know it." He goes, "Yeah, everybody's talking about that thug life." Yo, man, it just took off so much that I just let it run with infamy, and it didn't even address it. Like, some things you can't stop. You can't stop these things.
That's proof right there that cops get their information third person, because it spread like wildfire. And it still, that's what people are saying. That's, you know, some of the opposition I received yesterday, that was part of it too.
Let me tell you, one of the reasons I wanted to come on here is because I love you guys podcast. I watch it all, and people are constant. Whenever y'all do some crazy stuff, people are sending me clips all the time. Like, yo, you gotta listen to these guys. You gotta listen to these guys. First of all, let me tell you, a whole bunch of people was like, "Yo, don't go on there. Don't go on. Those guys gonna kill you." I'm like, man, they can't hurt me more than Roland Martin. Me and Roland Martin had a damn fight on live TV. Like, come on, they're cops. We'll be able to clear up a lot of the cop stuff that's out there. And that's one of the reasons I really wanted to come onto the show. And plus the fact that I think you guys are doing an awesome job. And I don't understand why Eric won't come on your show. I don't understand.
You've just watched a clip from our live episode. Click the description to watch the full episode. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this.